So Hopper had a brain fart. Um, I completely forgot between heading off to said fat kid school, the summer before that, summer before my senior year, I went to a fit camp called Camp Kingsmont in Amherst, Massachusetts. I don't know how that spaced out of my head. It was a very interesting time for me because of the fact that I believe I was going to be there for 6 weeks. The whole summer runs for like 8. And about 10 days in, guess what happens? Well, first off, before we get that, we'll do a little cliffhanger. So the Camp Kingsmont setup, it was very much, it took place actually on a college campus. It was a very interesting college campus. It was like a satellite school for Amherst. Very artsy, but they had dorms and stuff that we would use for the camp, which was nice. You know, a summer camp where you're staying in a college dorm, better than like a tent or a teepee. So, and we ate in like the mess hall and things like that. So it was pretty neat. And they had a whole culinary team and stuff to make healthier meals for us. But we had, you know, you wake up early, we ate, we did morning stretches and stuff, activities, kind of blocked out through the day. And it was just awesome. It was a great time. It was an absolute blast. I was loving it. I was dropping pounds, which was great. But getting back to that 10-day mark, poor Hop here, we were in a track. We were in an indoor track doing, I think we were just running laps. Which again, I know, they're not just like cracking a whip, making us go around. It was part of an activity, you know, they had like ladders and stuff down on the ground, doing different kind of fun agility skill things if you wanted to, and this was something I had signed up for. There was a weight room in the same facility that we would use for a little while, and then we could come out and do cardio and stuff if we wanted to as well, which an indoor track in the middle of the summer up north was fantastic, because it's humid outside, it's rough, so this let us get some AC and still keep moving, which is better than some of the other activities, which I actually chose this one because I didn't want to die in the heat being out in it 24/7. So I was just doing some laps, just running around, and one of my steps just felt like this sharp, dull, almost like my leg fell asleep feeling on my right side, high up on my leg. Come to find out, after I get taken to a doctor by the medical staff at the campus, they checked me out in the nurses station, and then they sent me to get an x-ray because they said this was more serious than they could handle, which already has me like, my brain's turning, I'm freaking out. I was like, what the heck did I do? Like, I was just basically like jogging. You're telling me something horrible happened? And it turns out that I fractured my femur. It was, I believe, a 65% break, or fracture. I shouldn't use the word break. But if it had broken completely, the femur is like, probably an exaggeration, but it's like an 18-month recovery period, because that is the biggest bone, thickest bone. I'm gonna over-exaggerate. My femur's probably that massive in your body. And thankfully, I shouldn't say thankfully, but instead I did end up having to leave the camp early, missed out on some of the fit camp opportunities, but I actually did meet somebody there who told my parents about the fit school in California, and that's how they found out about it. And that's when they brought it up, and I went during the last half of my senior year. But I ended up from that femur fracture, tough words to say, I was off my feet for, I want to say about 6 months. I just had this big splint on there, and that was very unfortunate. But yeah, that was like the beginning of my weight loss journey. Like I'm gung-ho, doing something about it. Boom. I go from Schlatter and sports kind of being taken away from me to trying to get back in shape and fracturing my femur. And now we're arriving again at the fat Fresno Airport Terminal in California. And that story will come tomorrow, guys, because there is always tomorrow. Hop to it. I'll see you there.